In this video we're going to be doing a demonstration of linking the faceplates in Rockwell's software called FactoryTalk View Studio to a PIDE or enhanced instruction used in a ControlLogix PLC. Just to kind of give you a rundown on the hardware here, we have our laptop over here. It's connected through this Ethernet cable down to this unmanaged switch, and this unmanaged switch has the PLC and the panel view also connected to it. So we have a small network here. This Fluke 725 we're going to be using to source voltage for our analog in channel 0, just to demonstrate everything after the faceplate is linked to the instruction. So right now on the computer screen, we have right here the PIDE or PIDE enhanced instruction on the screen. You can see that we have it linked to the analog channel 0 and output channel 0. The tags that we're going to be linking our HMI to are located here under controller tags. So if I double click right here, we're going to be working with the PID1 and PID2 tag. These, you can see the data type. This is a PID enhanced structure and the PIDE auto tune. So this auto tune structure is used for basically tuning the PID block. This block right here, the PID enhanced, saves everything like set point, does the calculation, it has all those values. It's got a whole bunch of values associated with it. If I drill in, you can see here's our PID.PV. This is the process variable coming in. So this is actually, we have 1 volt being sourced to the PLC. We're using a 1 to 5 volt range. So it's scaled. Right now we have it at 1 volt, so we have 0. When we go to 5 volts, we can do that right now just to show you. We should be at 100%. So we're pretty close, 99.98. Okay, so yeah, I just adjusted our voltage here on the Fluke 725 to 5 volts. We can bring it back down to 1, and we should be at 0 again. Okay, so what we're going to do now, this is all loaded in the PLC. This instruction, you can see we got the green banner up here indicating that we're in run mode. I'm going to hop out. We're going to close this. Close RSLinks Classic. And then I'm going to open FactoryTalk View Studio. This is the software used to set up the Panel View HMI. Panel View HMI is right on the top of our suitcase trainer package right there. So I'll double click, open FactoryTalk View Studio. Alright, so we're all loaded up. I've already done this and verified it. PID test, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to create a new application. We'll call this PID underscore test 2. Click create. Okay, so first we're going to be working a lot with displays right here. If we drill down, this main display, this is the main display that pops up when you fire up or load the application in the HMI. It'll be the first screen that appears. So we're going to be working with that. What we're missing here from displays is some of the displays that comes with FactoryTalk View Studio, and we're wanting to work with a particular display. So if we want to add these displays, we can right click on PID test here at the top. Go to add faceplates. You got all these that we can add. We don't want all of these. We'll clear all. We only want the faceplates associated with enhanced PID. There's 6 displays that are associated with it. Click OK. So now, under displays here, you can see that we have these new faceplates, all these PID faceplates. And what we're going to do is we're going to link them to the PID instruction in our controller, so we can write set points, tuning parameters to the instruction located in the PLC. So to do that, first we want to point our project to the correct PLC. So we need to drill down into RSLinx Enterprise. RSLinx is used for communicating. We'll double click on Communication Setup. Alright, so we're going to add a new device shortcut by clicking Add. We're just going to call the device shortcut Link. And then we want to drill down, find our PLC, find the controller, and click Apply. And that'll apply the communication path to Link. We also want to click Copy from Design to Runtime. So then this link is also not only in our design project, but also in our runtime when we go to actually execute the program. Once we're done with all that, down at the bottom right, we click OK. Alright. Okay, so now we're going to want to create a parameter file that's going to point to our data types, our two structures, the PIDE1 structure and the PIDE2 structure in our PLC. Alright, so we enter #1 for the first parameter, #2 for the second parameter. There's going to be equals there. Enter in our link, or our shortcut, PIDE1, and then link PIDE2. So these two, PIDE1 and PIDE2, are structures that are in our PLC, and link is our device shortcut that we created. It's telling the HMI, okay, this is where you find that PLC or that controller on the network. So we've got that created. Save changes, yes. We'll call it PID _ parameter, or just param for short. So we've got that created. Now, if we go to our main display, we'll double click and open up our main display. So this is what we would view on the HMI, the screen right here. We're going to be working with the Go To button right here. So the Go To display button, you can see it's right up here. Click on that, select it, and then now I can drag and drop and create a blue button. Double click on that button. In here, we can tell it, okay, when I click on this button, what do I want to happen? Well, I want a display to pop up. In which display? We're going to be working with the Logix PID, Logic_PIDE display. These other displays are also, you can navigate to them from this here first main display. So we'll click OK, and we want to select the parameter file that we just created. So PID param, it's listed here. It's the only one that's in this project. Click OK. We'll click OK. Oh, we can also give this a name. Double click. Go to label up here, and we're just going to call it, let's call it PIDE _ faceplate. There. Click OK. So now it has an actual name. So to test this and verify this, if we click the little running man up at the top corner of the screen, we can verify that this is going to work. It's asking if we want to save changes to this main screen. Yes, we do. So click yes. It's going to compile the project, and then we can test it and see now if the faceplates in FactoryTalk View Studio will link to that instruction in our PLC. So we can make set point changes or change tuning parameters. And we'll also take our meter, our Fluke 725, change the voltage, and see if the process variable changes on our faceplate. So this may take a few seconds to load. Alright, so there. Our runtime application is loaded. If I click on PIDE faceplate, you can see our faceplate pops up. Right now our set point is set for 0. And we are in program mode. If we switch it to operator mode, then now the operator can make a set point adjustment. If we want this to be at 50%, press enter. It should change. 50, enter. There. Now it has written it to the PLC. Went through that link that we created, that device shortcut link, and wrote it to the tag that's in our PLC. I'm going to also make a change on our meter here. Let's change this to 3 volts, which should be about 50%. And you can see here the process variable for the PV here, process variable. Green is now at 50%, so this is indicating that our process variable is at 50%. We can navigate around to the other faceplates by clicking these buttons up here. You can change high alarms, cutoffs. Go back. Here you get a trend. Go back. There should also be a spot. Oh, I guess the tuning parameters are not listed here. Oh, there they are. So yeah, if we click here, I can change the proportional setting, the integral setting, and the derivative setting for our controller. Make those adjustments. And this here is for our auto tune. So we can auto tune the controller. So there, we have linked a PIDE faceplate in FactoryTalk View Studio to a PIDE instruction in a ControlLogix PLC. The PIDE instruction is only available in function block diagram programming.